Hi guys, I'm Ishita and welcome back to my channel. This is another self-grooming video. I started doing these videos I think a year and a half back and you all have been loving it, and I'm so glad that I'm able to help you improve your style, feel more confident and a better version of yourself. Now, I know I keep sharing a lot of styling ideas and mistakes that you should avoid, but at the end of the day, if you're not building habits to improve your style, it will not really help you in the long term, no matter how many videos you watch on YouTube. So this video is all about building those 10 habits and sharing them with you so that you know that this is what you need to do to build a better style in the long term. So let's get started with habit number 1. Getting dressed for nothing. Try to dress well every single day. Even if you're not stepping out of the house and you know you're just gonna be staying home or just running a few errands, still try to put together a good, decent outfit. Now, there are 2 reasons for this. Number 1, it will help you practice putting together good outfits for yourself. It will help you discover the combinations you can make with your wardrobe pieces that you already have. And number 2, and this is from personal experience, whenever I'm staying at home and I don't change into like a good outfit, I'm in my night suit all day, my productivity is super low. I feel very lazy and lethargic, but as soon as I get dressed, and even if I'm just sitting at home, I feel way better and I'm feeling way more productive. So dressing up even for nothing can help you boost productivity and uplift your mood as well. Habit number 2, seek inspiration. Create a mood board to visualize your style preferences and how you see yourself in a certain outfit. You can refer to Pinterest, you can check out your style icons. I love checking out Kendall Jenner's outfits because I just love her style, and I also refer to Pinterest. So even you can do that. In fact, in my Dress to Impress video, I have shared it in detail how you can create a mood board, and that will actually help you discover your personal style. So do check that out. I'm going to link it down below and also on the screen. So make sure to go check that out, because creating a visual reference of how you see yourself in certain outfits will really help you dress and build your wardrobe better. Habit number 3, investing in good quality basics. Investing in some timeless pieces that you can mix and match in versatile ways is what will help you build a good foundation for your wardrobe. You don't need to spend on 10 pair of jeans and 25 tops or 15 pairs of shoes. All you need is a well-fitted pair of jeans, some well-fitted shirts, some neutral blazers if you are someone who likes to also dress up slightly formally, and a good pair of shoes. Now, I've done a video on must-have shoes, but a good pair of sneakers is something that you must have, and that literally goes with everything. A good pair of white sneakers like these that are so versatile, you can pair them when you're going out for a casual day, if you're going to a formal meeting, or if you are just traveling or even going for a fancy outing. These can be paired with any sort of outfits. These are also available in different other colors. This is from the brand /O. I'm going to link it down below for you guys so you can check that out. What I mean to say is you don't need to spend a lot of money on different kind of clothing to have a good style. What you need is to create a habit of investing in good quality foundation basics that will help you build that style for yourself. Habit number 4 is to figure out your body type. Now, our body obviously changes throughout our lifetime, and it is important to know in a certain phase in your life what kind of body type do you have, or the body shape that you have. A well-fitted outfit can make a huge difference. In my last video, I spoke about how you should make your local Master G your best friend, and that is a fact, because even if you buy clothes that you think are slightly ill-fitted, you can get them locally tailored and they will look a lot better on you. Also, understanding your body type automatically helps you dress better. For example, if you are a pear-shaped body where your lower part of the body is slightly wider than your shoulders and your bust, you need to wear outfits that accentuate your upper half so that the attention does not go on the lower half of your body. So to draw attention to your upper half of the body, you can wear bright colors, patterns and accessories, and A-line skirts and dresses for a pear-shaped body are great because they skim over the hips, so they take away the attention from the wider hip. You can watch my video on how to find your body shape. I've done a detailed video on that, so that's really helpful. Do check that out. Again, linking it everywhere on my video. Habit number 5 is to focus on grooming and hygiene. Skin, hair and nails should be your holy trinity. Take care of your hair, get regular hair spas, make sure you're getting regular trim so you don't end up getting a lot of split ends. Also, find a haircut that suits your face shape. For the longest time, I had shorter hair. I realized that when my hair grew, longer hair suits me much better. So figure out a hairstyle that suits your face type and your face shape, and of course a hairdresser would help you figure that out the best. I have also done a video on figuring out what hairstyle would suit what face shape, so do check that out as well. You also need to maintain a good skincare routine, cleansing, exfoliating weekly, moisturizing, and of course SPF is really important. Use products that are built for your skin type. If you have oily skin, avoid products that can clog your pores. If you have dry skin, use products that are hydrating and moisturizing. When it comes to your nails, always keep them trimmed and neat. I don't have any nail paint on, but they are trimmed, so make sure that it's always like that. It's always good to add some nail paint on it. Add like a nude pink nail color, because that makes a huge difference. You don't have to go do gel nails. I don't do them because I feel like they spoil my nail bed a lot, but just applying a little bit of nude pink nail polish should be as good. Habit number 6 is to dress appropriately for all occasions. Now, if you're someone who goes to office, try to avoid wearing flip-flops or chappals. If you're going for a high tea event or a fancy party, you know that you don't want to wear something that's very casual, because everyone around you will be really dressed up. So that also sort of impacts how confident or underconfident you feel when you're in a crowd, which is why it's always important to plan your outfits in advance when you know there is an occasion that you have to get ready for. For example, if you're going for a wedding and everyone is going to be wearing heavy lehengas or heavy suits or saris, you don't want to land up there in a t-shirt or jeans, right? So this is a very basic example, but occasions like office meetings, brunches, dinner outings, these are occasions that you always need to plan your outfits for. And if you're still confused about what you should be wearing, it's always better to overdress than to underdress. Habit number 7, accessorize thoughtfully. What I mean by thoughtfully is that don't overdo it and also don't underdo it. If you're wearing an outfit that's already very heavy, has a lot of work on it, embroidery or a lot of bling, you want to mute down your accessories. Then you don't want to wear like a chunky necklace or a chunky set of earrings. But if your outfit is very minimal, very muted, then you want to amp it up by styling. Now, when I talk about accessories, I don't only mean jewelry, but also the bag that you carry and also the shoes and the belt if you're wearing one. Styling and accessorize is always the key to elevate your outfits. If you're wearing a pretty casual outfit for the day but you want to amp it up, a good pair of sneakers and tiny gold hoops will do that for you. If you're wearing a top that has a wider neck and you have a lot of empty space in your neck, you can add a pendant and that will also add to your outfit. Just a tip over here, if you're warm skin tone, you can wear golden jewelry, and if you have a cooler skin tone, silver jewelry will better suit you. I have done multiple videos on must-have accessories and how you can style accessories with different outfits. You can watch all of them on my channel. Habit number 8 is to stop impulse buying. A little tip that I follow is whenever I'm shopping, if I find something I like, I will try to think of 5 different ways in which I can style it, or at least 5 different occasions in which I can wear it. Only if I can figure that out is when I go ahead and buy it. This sort of helps me save money, not spend on items that will just hang in my wardrobe and I'm not going to wear them more than once or twice. And this will help you as well. So always try to think of different ways you can style something before you shop it. A lot of times we see something hanging on sale that is very pretty. It could be like a really cool embroidered pants. Zara always has a lot of pants on sale, but when I actually buy them, I realize that dude, I can't really style them in many different ways. I can only wear like a basic tank top with it all the time. So to avoid that, you need to create a habit of avoiding impulse buying. Habit number 9 is to declutter and organize a wardrobe every 6 to 7 months. When you do that, you actually see in front of you what all you have in your wardrobe, because you tend to forget over time what you've shopped and what you already have. So once you have everything out in the open, you can see what combinations you can build, what new combinations that you can build together. Because a lot of times I have a particular top that I've been wearing very often, but when I'm organizing or decluttering my wardrobe, I'll find a pair of jeans or a pair of pants or a skirt that I've not seen in a while because it's just somewhere inside the wardrobe. Another thing that helps you do is whatever you know you're not going to wear at all, you can thrift it so that someone else who would want to wear it can, or you can also donate it to NGOs for a cause. So doing this just has so many advantages, and you should do it every 6 to 7 months. And lastly, habit number 10 is to plan your outfits in advance. Now, if you go to office and you wake up early, or if you go to college and you wake up early in the morning, you may not have the time to like sit and put your brain into what you need to wear. So doing that a night before saves you on a lot of time and helps you organize the way you style yourself as well. This will also give you more time to curate your outfit that fits your personal style better. And of course, like I said, if you have a very busy lifestyle, this will help you save a lot of time as well. So these were 10 habits that I guarantee if you inculcate in your daily life, it will improve your everyday style. I have a lot of related videos, like I said, about building a mood board for yourself, about taking care of your hair routine, or even about figuring out your body shape. All of these are already on my channel, so do go check them out. And I hope this video turns out to be helpful for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what is it that you want to watch next on my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.